Welcome back. The second half of this week's lecture focused on the remaining principles of biomedical ethics as virtues, non-maleficence, and the beneficence. What is non-maleficence? Non-maleficence focuses on an ethical and legal duty to avoid harming others. It is one of 4 key principles in healthcare ethics. The word mal is derived from Latin, or it has a Latin origin. It means bad. And malfeasance refers to not doing wrong or causing harm to others. In healthcare, afflicting pain in acts that attribute to a patient's death is definitely examples of causing patient harm. So our goal is to reduce pain and any type of things that may put a patient in harm's way. We need to eliminate all possibilities. And as an administrator, you should be informed, know, and develop best practices to prevent problems. I believe that's why many healthcare organizations have a risk management department who focus on certain issues. And also listen to your patients and employees, and always monitor practices. Being in the know is crucial in order for health administrators to make sound decisions and successfully oversee daily operations of any health organization. Observing current practices and seeking means to enhance existing practices should always be a priority and ongoing. And as I stated before, be a good listener. When it comes to staff, of course, the administrator has the responsibility and duty to make sure that their employees are working in a safe environment. You don't want falls. You don't want any type of incidents from OSHA, chemical spills, etc. Producing a safe working environment is critical not only for employees but also for patients. The next primary principle is beneficence. Beneficence is an obligation to create benefit and contribute to optimum health for individuals and the community at large. It's mainly viewed from a corporate perspective, and you focus on acts of kindness and charity and making sure that your patients as well as the community is well taken care of. This term also has a Latin origin, and it means an act of kindness, providing benefit in any way possible to both patients and employees. A few issues associated with beneficence in healthcare, as well as other professions, is that many employees do not feel valued, or they do not feel that leadership notice what they're doing, regardless of how hard that they work. So one act of kindness is to always implement and have or employee recognition program or some type of positive incentives to keep your employees motivated, know that you care, and will do your very best to make sure that they have what they need. Furthermore, it's also important that administrators keep abreast in knowing what is in the best interest of their patients to keep that patient satisfaction level up as well. So this slide proposes a few questions that you could consider as this principle relates to healthcare organizations. Let's now go to chapter 4, which this lecture is much shorter than the previous one. So chapter 4 focuses on justice. What exactly is justice? Justice refers to what is perceived as being fair, or you get this or you receive that because you deserve it. The types of justices. Let's look at distributive justice. Under distributive justice, there is market justice and social justice. Based on society's expectation, market-driven economy makes it difficult. Access to health care is linked to health insurance coverage. What is the obligation in health care to the non-insured? Based on this principle, everyone should be treated fairly, and everyone should have a fair amount of access to goods, which in healthcare would be you must have access to healthcare. So from a market justice perspective, this deals with access to the goods and services, and a social justice is that it's fair, it's equal. Everyone in the community and the population at large have the same types and forms and opportunities to access all healthcare services, regardless of their ability to pay. Staff justice is another type of justice. It deals with the way administrators treat their employees who provide services to the patients in the community. Patient justice is concerned with the patient's view of what is fair and what they deserve. This could become a little conflicting within a healthcare organization. However, it is important that the administrator makes sure that all patients are treated with the utmost respect and that they are treated fair by all levels of health personnel. However, it can be difficult to live up to this expectation. I must share this, and I will be brief, but as a former administrator, I've had the opportunity to work in upscale facilities and some that have been truly financially challenged. And it's always the case, regardless of what type of facility that I was over. The few Medicaid patients that I had, they were the most demanding and just thought everyone was supposed to wait on them hand and feet, treat them like kings and queens, and they wanted everything, and they wanted the most expensive things. And your primary question is, who do you think you are? You're in here and we're trying to give you the best level of care, but you want to be treated as if you are just paying for everything privately. It's us, the taxpayers, who are having to help foot your bill. But I just found that interesting, and you will find that interesting as you work with people out in the industry, which many of you do. So I would love to hear some of your stories and see if you have had similar experiences. Furthermore, we go back to the I-thou relationship, I-it relationship, making sure that the patients and employees feel, well, patients specifically here, that we as administrators and healthcare professionals have their best interests at heart. And although the patients have choices that they make, even concerning their life, we have to show that we support them and is willing to help them make the best choices for their well-being, regardless of their ability to pay. But that can become taxing at times. And then there's a distinction between active patient justice. This is the practice that is that encourages positive consistency. Pretty much the patient must stay educated by the staff. The staff will educate them and let them know that as a patient, you do have the right to make certain decisions in regards to your health, but it is also imperative that you make the best and the right decisions that will yield the best outcome. Justice for your staff making sure that all employees at all levels are treated equal, and that there's a sense of equality and appreciation that helps shape the culture, and everyone feels that they are part of a team. There are no big I's and little U's, if you will. Different ways that administrators can provide this is to have an incentive program, recognize the work that they do, use practical wisdom in making various decisions, and always do self-assessments, not only of themselves, have employees do self-assessments related to their performance, their attitudes, etc., but also look at the overall productivity and making sure that everyone is contributing and doing their part to make sure that opportunities are taken in advantage, and that everyone have what they need. And it is very important for administrators to stay abreast of things and stay abreast of current changes and trends that's out within the industry, and learning new ways to maintain equality and this staff justice among your employees, making sure everyone feels needed and valued. Sending out great emails, congratulating and recognizing an employee for certain things. When big decisions are needed to be made that will affect a specific department or the organization at large, getting employee feedback is another good approach in making sure that you are demonstrating staff justice to your employees. And then always, as an administrator, just be very observant and aware of what's going on, and making sure that you're able to deliver to your staff as well as to your patients. This concludes Lecture 2 of Week 1. Congratulations, and thank you for bearing with me. I know it was a lot of information. But now let's stop and take the time to test what you remember from your readings and conduct a self-assessment. I look forward to engaging with you in Blackboard and in the threads. So let's have a successful week, and remember to email me with any questions or concerns. Thank you.